Talk City, a weekly podcast, features interviews and events happening around town. Tune into Talk City Greensboro every week on iTunes, Stitcher, and Google Play. You can listen to this episode and previous episodes of Talk City Greensboro on SoundCloud. Welcome to another edition of Talk City Greensboro, produced by Greensboro Television Network. It's an easy way to stay in the know while you're on the go. Subscribe to Talk City so you can keep up with what's going on in the city of Greensboro. I'm your host, Josh Johnson, and with me in the studio today again is Sarah Healy at the controls.
What's up, Greensboro?
Sarah, you're in charge. You're like in charge of everything today.
And we're better for it, I think.
Absolutely. So here on Talk City today, we have the pleasure of speaking with Roz Fulton, the executive director of the Community Theater of Greensboro, and Brian Ford. They are our guests today. We are happy to have them. We're glad you both came. It's not every day that we have stars here on the show with us, so we are so happy to have you.
Well, we appreciate you guys letting us come by.
Absolutely.
Okay, so you guys are here to talk about Memphis, right?
We are.
So this is a musical coming up. When does this start? And tell us just a little bit about this musical.
So the show opens on September 13th, which is a couple weeks away. 2 weeks from today, actually. So it's about rock and roll. It's about a white DJ who is trying to integrate black music into the radio station. So it's a fun show, lots of dancing, high energy, just fun to be entertained for a couple of hours.
It sounds awesome.
Okay, now, Roz, I know it's hard to pick favorites, but which actor in this production of Memphis is going to blow people away?
So I would say Felicia, the young lady who plays Felicia, just has a dynamite voice. She brings so much stage presence to the show. As soon as you lay your eyes on her, she's gorgeous, has this big personality, but really brings this character to life on stage.
Wonderful.
I mean, they're all good. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah,
they're
yeah.
all fabulous.
Yeah, everybody's fabulous. So what's your favorite moment or line in the show, if you have one?
So
if you can pick one.
There is. So in the show, I don't want to give too much away because
Sure.
we want you to come see it.
Yes.
But in the show, there is a young man who doesn't speak. And he feels the music in his soul.
Yeah.
And so for him, there is a point of the show where he has to get his song out. So he goes from just watching and keeping his eyes on everything to then saying, this is my moment to shine. Let me step up, hear my voice. So that, for me, that is just a moment that gives you goosebumps.
Yeah.
Because he in itself has an amazing voice. But just the turnaround of what music can do for people and what they can do for all generations to be able to let their voice be heard.
Cool. All right, I stepped on your question. Take the
No,
next one.
I like it. Well, I'm excited for Memphis.
Yes.
Got to get your tickets today, everybody. Roz, you guys have a very strong youth theater program. Can you tell us about some of the young actors at CTG have gone on to perform at Broadway?
So we do have so many talented young people that get their start at community theater. So for us, it's a way to give them that stepping stone, give them a chance to find out if this is something that they want to continue. So we have, a couple of young people that are on Broadway right now, especially playing in our performance of The Wizard of Oz. So they started off as a Munchkin, or they played the Scarecrow, or they were the guard, and now they're playing in Hamilton, or, Once on This Island as a lead. So for us, we love to see that. We love to see these young people continuing this passion, continuing to follow their dreams is what we all tell young people.
So what would you say to someone who is interested in auditioning?
Come and work for me because I can get. No, I'm just kidding. No, it's follow your dreams. It's find your passion. We are all not meant for the stage. I myself was not involved in theater as a young age, but we have to find our purpose. And for me, it's a behind the scenes. It's as a director. That was what I feel like my purpose was. So find what makes you happy and just go for it. Don't look back on the what ifs or if I or anything like that. Just take a chance.
Maybe CTG could be your stepping stone.
Mine?
Yes, of course.
Okay.
Gosh. I want to see you in the next Wizard of Oz.
Have you guys already cast the radio announcer?
I heard you played the Scarecrow in high school.
I did.
See?
So maybe I should try to step up and do that again. All right. Well, Brian, Now, do you have a role in Memphis or?
I do not have a role in Memphis.
Okay, but we're going to talk about your activity in the Wizard of Oz because you've what I read has completed the trifecta in that. So, I mean, am I skipping over? Can we go right to that? Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah, so that was a blast. I completed the trifecta last year when I had the pleasure of playing the Cowardly Lion in our 24th annual production of The Wizard of Oz. And yeah, it just really meant a lot to me to play all three characters.
Yeah.
Once I played the Tin Man and got cast as a Scarecrow, it became a thing, right? People were rooting for me to become the Lion and complete the trifecta. So I was really happy that happened last year.
Make Brian the Lion.
There was a campaign around it. Maybe you heard.
Hashtag.
Hashtag Brian the Lion.
Lion Ford, Brian Ford.
What was your favorite to play out of the three?
A question I've gotten so many times. It's really hard to answer because they all have something special about them. But I really did love what I brought to the Lion because it's so out of the ordinary for me to be that unhinged.
You crushed it. You crushed it. I was
thank
there.
you. You're too sweet. Oh yeah, it was a blast, but they all were.
All right, guys, we're going to take a quick break and take care of a little business, but then we'll be right back with the conversation. On Friday, the Central Carolina Fair will light up the sky around the Greensboro Coliseum complex, featuring spectacular rides, carnival food and games, musical entertainment, and attractions for all ages. The 121st annual edition of the Central Carolina Fair will run from Friday until September 15th. There'll be free admission on Sunday, September 8th. For a list of concerts playing during the fair, check out GreensboroColiseum.com.
The North Carolina Folk Festival kicks off this weekend. Be a part of the celebration of arts, culture, and heritage. Best of all, this event is free. No tickets are needed. The North Carolina Folk Fest is one of the fastest growing festivals in the Southeast and features an exciting new lineup of global artists, performers, and North Carolina flavors. You can keep up with all the performances, schedules, and more by downloading the free NC Folk Fest mobile app, available in the Apple App Store and Google Play.
Cool. Well, since we're kind of talking about past shows, and I'm not sure many people know the Community Theater Greensboro is heading into its 70th year.
70th year.
Okay,
70.
so I totally didn't read that right. 70 year. What kind of shows do you have coming up? I mean, can you guys kind of give us an idea? In addition to Memphis, but
Right. So for me, I really want CTG to be a place where we offer something for everyone. So when we are picking our shows, we think about, what would people like to see? We want to make sure that we have something for the younger generation. Mm-hmm. We want to have something for that, middle age, but then also give something to our older generation. So this year, our season, we're kicking off with Memphis. Will lead into Ghost the Musical, which is wonderful and fabulous. Then, of course, our 25th year of The Wizard of Oz. Make sure you come out and see that one as well. And then after the new year, we'll go into Steel Magnolias, which is definitely a classic.
You had me at hello.
And then we'll lead into A Gentleman's Guide to Love and Murder. And then, again, a classic for the young adults, the young students, is Matilda. And then we'll finish off our season in June at the Carolina Theater, another big musical. We'll be doing Shrek. So definitely
awesome.
Something for everyone to come out and enjoy.
Fantastic. Is there? I'm going to put this to both of you, but is there one show that CTG hasn't done that you would love to see come there, or that you would love to see do, or that you would like to do?
Yeah.
Oh, that's a good question.
Sarah Healy, folks.
Off the top, what do you want to see? What would be your dream show?
Well, I mean, eventually we will do it, but I would love for us to be able to do Wicked.
Yeah.
It's one of those, because we have such a history with The Wizard of Oz. It's that let's tell the story. We need to tell the story of what happened before.
This is true.
So
yeah.
it's one of those, like, when it becomes available, we will do it. So for me, I think just for, not me personally, I mean personally yes, but also for the history of CTG and our relationship with The Wizard of Oz, like, we have to do
That'd be a natural.
Wicked.
Yeah, yeah. How about you? Is there one you'd like to see?
Yeah, for me, it's one that we've done in the past, I'm sure, but it's time to bring it back, and that's The Sound of Music. Such a classic, and I saw it at the DPAC when it came through Durham a few years ago, and it moved me in a way that I'm ready for us to move Greensboro with that show.
All right. So those are potentials. Those are potentials coming up.
Potentials.
You heard it here first.
That's right. We broke the news, folks.
Well, I got to go back to The Wizard of Oz just because I saw it last year with my kids. They were on the edge of their seat the entire time, which is huge for them. They're 6 and 3. So you guys did an amazing job with that. And I know this year's going to be the 25th anniversary of The Wizard of Oz. Do you have any special events this year that you're doing around that?
We do. We wanted to make sure that this year was a year that, everyone needed to come see. So we brought back a few classics. So we used to do about 8 or 9 years ago, we used to do a trail out at Castle McCulloch out in Jamestown. Nice. So we are bringing that back this year, where you will go through a 45-minute interactive trail through the grounds of Castle McCulloch with your own Dorothy. She will lead you through, and you get to meet all the characters, but it's more up close and personal. As in the show. So you get to be right in the face of the Scarecrow and the Tin Man and
will
all
the witch be there?
The witch will be
the
there.
Wicked Witch of
the West.
West.
Mm-hmm. The witch has to be there.
Of course.
You can't have a story without the Wicked Witch.
Sure.
We are so there. That's going to be awesome.
Yeah, oh, absolutely.
It is.
Absolutely.
And it's a wonderful partnership that we've had with Castle McCulloch, and we are glad to be able to bring this back because, your child can sit through a 2.5, 3 hour show, but maybe not every child can. So this kind of gives them the storytelling without having to actually sit through the show.
Man, that sounds pretty cool.
When can we get tickets for that event?
Tickets are available now online. So it's a one-day event.
Right.
So it's Sunday, September 22nd from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m.
Okay.
Nice.
And for all this programming you've got coming up, what's the website for CTG?
Our website is www.ctgso.org. So CT for Community Theater and GSO for Greensboro.
Nice.
I see what you did there.
Yes.
Yeah, very cool, very cool.
One thing we really want to push is if you've been involved with The Wizard of Oz before in the past, we don't have a way to reach out, right? Because we've done it for 25 years. So it's hard to get with everyone that's been involved.
Yeah.
So if you're listening to this and you've been involved in the past, please reach out to us. We really want to involve all of our alums over the past 25 years. So come see us.
Okay, getting the gang back together.
That's right.
Absolutely. We're getting the band back together.
And we will have, we do want to have other events. So we want to have an alumni day. We want to have a big cookout because we kind of themed this year the homecoming. Channeling my inner Beyonce, and kind of saying, like, we want people to come home. We want them to feel like CTG is a home and a place for them that they can feel safe and secure.
Dare I say there's no place like home?
There is no place like home. So we want everyone to come back, have a good time. We'll have a big cookout one night and just have a lot of fun. Wizard is fun, and that's what we want to continue and bring to Greensboro.
That's fantastic. What's one thing about the Community Theater Greensboro that most people don't know about, if there is anything?
All these great questions.
I know, you caught me off guard. We offer so many different programs. So 2 programs that we have in particular, we have a Center Stage Youth Performing Group. And those students, we travel to a national competition every year, and
An award-winning.
We have
There you go.
Brian.
There you
we
go.
have we
That's why
have
I'm here.
we have come home every year with an award. 3 years we won Best Overall, and it's a national competition with about 7,000 people from across the country that attend this festival. And then this year we are actually taking kids not only to the festival in Atlanta. I'm going to be brave, and I'm taking them to California as well.
Oh, whoa.
So, we want to showcase the talent that we have in Greensboro, and we want to be able to, allow these students to again find their passion, but give them these opportunities. So that's one program that we have, and then we offer a program called On Stage and Inclusive, and it's a program for people with varying abilities. And throughout we do a 2-week session, and they work with peer developers of either non-disabled or disabled people that come together and work on a skit and then they produce their own production.
Very
So it's
cool.
very special, and we want to get the word out because we want to be the community theater. Community is very important to us, so we want to be able to say, no matter who you are, we want you to come and participate and be a part of our organization.
That's great. And I think it answers the question I was about to ask you, which is what makes the theater unique. But, I mean...
Because me and Brian are there.
I like that.
Go ahead.
To add to that, I think what makes us unique is that unlike the other theaters in the area, we're your neighbors, we're your friends, we're your family.
Community.
Right? We're the we're the community. We're the
theater.
people you're passing on the street
That's right.
during the day, and it's important to us when folks are sitting out in the audience who care about us and who are rooting for us.
Yeah.
I think I would speak for our entire volunteer population when I say that it really means a lot when people come out and support the community theater.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I was just going to say, you guys are tremendous. You do so much for our community. So glad you're here.
Yeah.
You've made incredible memories for my children. So I thank you for that.
No, thank you, and thank you for supporting us. And
Absolutely.
And that's what is going to be. That's going to keep us alive, is bringing people that have never seen Wizard of Oz, which still blows my mind when people say, I've never heard that y'all do the Wizard every year. But still reaching out to everyone to let them know that this is something special. This is a tradition in Greensboro. People know in November, I have to go see Wizard.
It's one of the signature events, for sure.
It is.
It is. I mean, it's a huge event here.
I
It
think,
kicks off
Josh.
the holiday season.
It does.
So it's great. Well, that's going to be it for today. We want to thank Brian for being here. We want to thank Roz for being here. You guys appreciate you taking the time to come out and meet with us. I'm going to bounce around on the script here. Check out ctgs.org for a list of upcoming shows and to purchase
GSO.
tickets. GSO, I'm sorry. Yeah, why don't you read that? Because I'm on the wrong page.
Well, that's our show today. Thank you guys for coming. Check out your website. Tell us again, Ross.
Our website is ctgso.org. So CT, Community Theater, Greensboro, GSO, ctgso.org.
Great. You can get your tickets and see all the lists of upcoming events.
Yes, you can.
Yes. And you guys join us next week. We're going to talk a little bit about the upcoming 9/11 Memorial Stair Climb. Thanks to my co-host, who was in control, Sarah
you,
Healy.
Josh. Love being with you, Josh.
It's always good to have you here. Thank you for tuning in to Talk City. Be sure to watch GTN, your official source for news and information about the city of Greensboro. GTN is available on Spectrum Channel 13, AT&T UVerse Channel 99, and North State Channel 31. GTN also streams live on the city's website at greensboro-nc.gov. This is Josh Johnson signing off for Talk City. Have a great weekend.